Hi, in this video we are going to look at negative stationing and reference points. In this alignment, you can see this alignment starts from 0 and going to the right side of my drawing. So the stationing goes from left to right. So you can see the alignment stationing is increasing from left to right. So let us assume in some stage we come across a point such that we have to change the start station of this alignment to this point. Currently this is 1 plus 100, so we need to change it to 0. So there may be some issue in the project and we have to change the start station. Let us assume we have to do that in the initial stage. So now we are going to change this 1 plus 100 station to 0. To do that, I click this alignment and go to alignment properties, and on the station control tab I select this pick reference point. I click it, so it is giving me a warning that you are changing the alignment and it will critically affect your alignment. So we accept it by clicking OK. Then I use this point 1 plus 100 as my new reference point. Then you can see your start station becomes minus 1 plus 100 because you have 0 here, so it is going in the negative direction. If I press OK, you will see from this point the stationing goes as negative values and it is increasing to the other side, that means from right to left. Because of the reference point, my 0 becomes here and it increases to the left from towards right side. So that is how you deal with reference point and negative stationing. So if you need to change it back, you can do two things. One is go to alignment properties and select this reference point and select the initial reference point or the 0 station as before. That means in this case it is minus 1 plus 100. But if you don't like to change this reference point, you can type your start station as 1 plus 100. Then it will make your first station as 0 here. That is how to add reference point or change the reference point and dealing with negative station. Especially the negative stations occur when the alignment direction goes to the opposite side of the stationing. So here my alignment went to this way, but the negative stationing goes to the other way. That's about negative stationing and reference points. Hi, in this video we are going to look at how to create offset alignments. If you are familiar with AutoCAD, you know what is an offset means. Usually an offset means a line or a polyline which is at an equal distance or a parallel from an object. So when we create offset alignments, what we do is we create a parallel alignment to a base alignment. That means if you are going to create an offset alignment to this alignment, you have another parallel alignment to this alignment. To do that, you have to select the alignment, in your prospector you have something called actually in the ribbon you have something called offset alignment. You have to click that. Then a window will be appeared. So it is giving the base alignment name. This alignment is alignment 3. So it gives it. Then it gives a name. Automatically it gives a name for your offset alignment. And it is asking whether do you want that offset alignment from start of the alignment to end of the alignment, or if you need some other alignments you can uncheck this option and select the required alignment from here or type the required alignment range from here. For this exercise I will continue from start to end. Then you can specify how many offsets to left and right. So here you have the incremental offset as 3 meter. That means you will have a offset alignment at 3 meter to the left, and for the right it should be another 3 meter. It will be more than 3 meter. That means it will be increment of 3 meter. If you put more than 1 here, if you put 2 here, you will have 3 meter increments one after the other. So for this exercise I will place 3 meter offset and only one offset to the left and only one offset to the right. Then since it is an alignment, it is asking for alignment style. If you expand the drop down you can see several styles. For the moment I will use offsets as the alignment style, and for the alignment label style I am not using any labels, because if you use labels it will be confusion with the main alignment label and the offset alignment labels. Then I am going to click OK. Then you will see 2 offset alignments appear either side of the main alignment. As you can see here, at 3 meter intervals you have 2 alignments. If you click this one it will show offset alignment, alignment 3, right 3 meter offset, and to the left another 3 meter offset. So if you measure the distance, this would be 3 meters. The beautiful thing of offset alignment is they are dynamically linked to the main alignment. These offset alignments are dynamically connected with the main alignment. If you change any entity of this main alignment, the offset alignment will be automatically updated. The difference between offset in AutoCAD and difference in offset alignment in Civil 3D is Civil 3D's offset alignment is dynamically updated. So if I change the radius of this curve, you will see what happens. I change the radius by dragging this one out. You will see what happens. The offset alignments also shift as the main alignment, so it continues to maintain 3 meter offsets. Right, that's about offset alignment. So you have to wonder what kind of occasions we can use this one. Especially in road design, we are using these offset alignments. So this can be used to show the edge of the road, because usually in road design the edge of the road is at a constant width most of the cases. So you can use that offset alignment to show the edge of the road, because if we change any entity of the main alignment it will automatically update. Instead of offset alignments, if you use the AutoCAD offset command, you have to change the offset line every time when you change the alignment. But if you use offset alignments, you don't have to change the offset alignment, because it automatically updates with the main alignment. So this link always be there until this main alignment stays here. If you delete this main alignment, this link won't be here, because this offset alignment is directly linked with the center line alignment. If you delete this centerline alignment, these offset alignments will not be deleted, but they may not have a connection with the main alignment to dynamically update. You have to remember that one. That is about offset alignments. Hi, in this video we are going to look at how to add widening to an offset alignment. Usually when you create offset alignment in road projects, you usually end up with adding widening to them. If you consider the concept of widening in road construction or road project, the scenario is like this. So if this curve is a sharper curve, that means the radius is a lower value. When a heavy vehicle or a long vehicle goes through this path, if the curve is sharp, the rear wheels of that vehicle tend to go outside the road. So in that case, we are adding widening to the lane, or in this case, we are adding widening to this offset alignment to avoid the tires going outside of the road. That is the concept of adding widening for offset alignment in road designing. So in this alignment, I am going to add widening to inner side of this curve. My alignment goes this side to this side. So we are going to add widening to this curve. The widening amount would be 1 meter. If you select this offset alignment, you will see my right side is 5 meter offset. So if it is 5 meter, if you have widening of 1 meter, that means altogether it would be 6 meters. So I am going to add widening from this point up to this point. So that means from start of the curve to end of the curve. To add widening, you have to select the offset alignment and go to add widening. Then in the command line, it is asking whether to create a new alignment for widening or to use the same alignment. So we are not going to create a new alignment, so we say no. Then it is asking what is the start station of the widening. We will select the start station of the curve as the start station of the widening, and end station of this curve as the end station of widening. Then it is asking what is the offset for widening from the center line. That is the main thing. It is asking offset from the center line or the base alignment for the offset alignment. So the offset alignment is at 5 meter in offset. Now we are adding 1 meter widening. So altogether it would be 5 plus 1, 6 meter. So we type 6 meter here. Then you have this window open, that is the transition parameter for widening, because before the curve you have 5 meter offset, after the curve also you have 5 meter offset for the right side of the alignment, and in the middle of the alignment you have 6 meter at the right side with 1 meter widening. So there should be a transition of for the offset alignment to transit from 5 meter to 6 meter. Here it gives the transition method. If you click this, you have several methods: linear, curve, line, curve, 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 reverse curve, curve, reverse curve. You can use either of these options. For the moment I will use linear option, and for this one also I will use linear option. So my transition length I select as 25 meters. Then you can see this transition is created from this one to this one. This length would be 25 meters. So if you think, if sometimes when you change this one, the start station moves somewhere here, so then you have to manually set this to the required station again. This time it haven't changed, sometimes it happened. Now we have added a 1 meter widening to this alignment, then we close it here. You can see we have a 1 meter widening offset alignment. That is how to add widening to offset alignment. Hi, in this video we are going to look at how to add some custom labels into our alignment. In my drawing, in this alignment, I have labels in 50 meter intervals. My major interval is 50 meter. Apart from that, I have minor ticks at 10 meter intervals, and also I have geometry point labels stated here. So what if we need a label somewhere here? So we don't know what is the exact label, what is the station that point. So to do that, I have to select my alignment, then I have go to add labels, then I go to add alignment labels. So I will be having a list here. Our feature is alignment, label type is station offset fixed point, and my station offset label style is station offset and coordinates, and the marker style is basic square. So let's see what happens here. I click add. So let us suppose we need a station value here. So it is giving me a station value. I press escape to end that command. Then I select this one, and from here I drag my label somewhere out from the alignment so that I can see it clearly. So you can see the data here, station offset label, station offset and coordinates. You can see station offset and the coordinates, and also the alignment label, and my marker style is basic square, so it is given as basic square. So you can select change these things from here if you wish. Again we will see, now we have select a point on the alignment. We will see to add a point away from the alignment. So I go here, we have the same selected settings, and I go to add. So it is asking what is my alignment, since we have pressed escape in the previous command. So this is my alignment. So it is asking what is the point. Let us say I am clicking somewhere here, then I press escape. So I drag this label so that I can see it clearly. So it is giving me the station value and the offset value and the coordinate. Also it gives me what side of the alignment it has. It is at the right side. The stationing is going this way, so this is my right side. So it gives me the station value, offset value, and the side of the offset, as well as the northing and easting values. Again we will see how to add single segment data here. So we have some data listed here, so you can see what happens once we add the single segment. I click to select the alignment. You can see in the single segment it gives me the direction of that segment as well as the length of that segment. Here if I select a curve, it gives me the delta value of the curve as well as the length value as well as the radius value. So I press escape, then I go to multiple segment. That means we are getting all the segments in one go. So to do that, I select multiple segment and I press add, and I select the alignment. Then you will see all the data is added at once for all the alignment segments. That is about multiple segment labeling. Then I go to point of intersection of my alignment. Then I press add, My station label style is station. I press add. Then I select this curve where my PI occurs. You can see my PI station appears here. If I press escape and select the label, this is where my PI station is. So it is, if I drag this label, it will be directing to that point. This PI means the connecting point or the meeting point of these tangents. So if you wish to add all the PI points at once, you go to multiple point of intersection and I go to add, and once I select the alignment, I will see all the PI points are marked on the alignment. So that is how to add custom labels on your alignment. So if you wish, you can modify these labels and add various data to your alignment. So these are basic things you can add. You can add more than these data to these alignments. So that will be another part of alignment labeling to learn that, but we will not be covering all those things in this course. These are basic things you can learn from alignment labeling. So you have completed the part of custom labels for Civil 3D alignments. Hi, in this video I am going to tell you how to add alignment label sets, because in alignments you cannot manually add alignment labels to every station. So in road design or any alignment used project, the alignment would be labels in certain stations that are, say, 10-meter interval or 20-meter interval, 25 feet, 30 feet, 50 feet. Likewise, you have to add alignment labels in certain intervals. So in that case, Civil 3D uses something called alignment label sets, so that you can add set of labels directly to the alignment in a predefined interval. To do that, I click this alignment and I right click and go to edit alignment labels. Edit alignment labels. So there are several ways to add alignment labels. Here you can add several label sets. Here the type is major stations, and major station label style is perpendicular with tick. So to add this label style to your alignment, you have to click this add button, and I click OK to see how it works. You can see the alignment labels are perpendicular to the alignment. They are at 20-meter interval. You can see like here. So now, how do I know these alignment labels are sitting at 20-meter interval? That is a problem. So that is given at the alignment label window. This edit alignment label window, if you change this increment value, currently it is 20-meter increment. So if you change this increment to 25, this would be at 25-meter interval. If you change this to 10 meter, this would be at 10-meter intervals. So I change it again to 20-meter interval. Then I can add certain other alignment types. Minor stations. For minor stations, it will only give a tick. We add that one and click apply to see what happens. That means they are adding at 10-meter intervals. It will be only giving a tick mark here at minor stations. So when you are getting experience with these alignments, you know from 0 this is 20 and this is at 10 meter intervals. That is how it happens. If you have a doubt what is the interval, you can go to edit alignment labels window like this and see what is the increment. If you want to change this minor label increment, you can change it like that. Then I click OK. I have major station labels and minor station labels. Then I like to know the labels at these geometry points or the places where my straight section changes to curve or my curve section changes to straight section. So that can be done by adding geometry points. I select the alignment and go to alignment labels, edit alignment labels, and I am going to add geometry points, and then again I add it. Then it is asking what are the geometry points you have to select. So you can select alignment beginning, alignment end, so many points you can read, and you can uncheck the data what you don't want. So I accept all these things to be appear in my alignment. Click OK. Then again I click OK. You will see my curve start station label. We have a label on the midpoint of the curve and label at the end point of the curve. So another problem appears here. So do we need every time? Every time when you are going to label the alignment, do we need to add this everything one by one? Adding major stations, then adding minor stations, and then adding geometry stations. It is a bit tedious process adding one by one. In that case, the alignment label sets make a handy option. That means there are pre-configured, pre-saved alignment label sets, something like a collection of these label set. That means major station, minor station, and geometry points. There are a set of alignment labels pre-configured in Civil 3D. They are called alignment label sets. So they are used to get quicker alignment labels for the alignment. This is how to do that one. I click the alignment, then I right click and edit alignment label set. Then I can create import label set. Before importing label set, I am going to save my configuration as a label set. I click here, save label set, and it is asking for a name for my label set. I will save it as new alignment label set. It is showing what are the alignment label sets appearing under my alignment label set. So if you need to modify it, you can modify it. Otherwise, you can click OK. Now I click OK. Nothing will be happen. What I have done is only saving the alignment label set. Then I again click the alignment and right click, go to edit alignment labels, and this time I go here, import label set, and click here. Then it shows me what are the label sets currently appear. If you don't want to see any labels from the alignment, you can select no labels. You click OK and you can see no labels here. If you apply, these labels would be no longer here. Everything would be disappeared. So if you select something like all labels, it will be populated with so many labels. If you click apply, you will see so many labels here. If you select alignment major and minor only, another label set will be appeared. If you import your own label set which we saved as new alignment label set, that will be also appeared. So once you get the required one, you can click OK. For the moment, finally I will select major and minor geometry points and click OK. This will be appeared. Still you can change this, increment this of these label sets, and I click OK. Now my label set, final label set appears like this. So in your actual project you can use your desired label style, or you can create your own label set according to your needs. So that is how to add and edit alignment label sets.